Hey there, Magic One. Welcome to your weekly tarot reading. I hope you're having a really blessed week so far. I am currently working on the April monthly readings. I believe I have half of them done now. I'll pop the playlist up here for you and I'll be dropping the rest really soon as well. Should you want to arrange a personal reading or healing for yourself, I'm always available for those. And that is the first link down below there for you to head across to my website and you can check out what I offer. Keep in mind that the doors are always open to the initiation. That is my immersive Learn Tarot journey. If you would like to learn my signature process for putting it all together and delivering a powerful reading. You can find me on social media. I am on Facebook and I'm also on Instagram. But use the link for Instagram down below because it is a fake account which, can you believe it, has more followers than me. So just to make sure you get the right one, if you use the one below, then you definitely will. Hit subscribe for me if you don't mind. Yes, that supports my channel. I think that's a great energy exchange between us, and I will keep the readings coming from my heart, from my soul, for you guys in return. Don't forget to like, share and comment. That's also a great support as well. Well, for now, I am wishing you so much love and magic for your week ahead. Do take care. Bye for now. Aquarius, welcome to your tarot reading for May 2nd to the 8th. Let's see what may be on the cards for you. Got the 9-card block here, Aquarius, 3 recent past, 3 focus energy, 3 future outcome, oracles, a lead tarot energy. I've also turned over the bottom of the deck for you. Aquarius, like how many major arcana? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is a lot, okay? That is a lot to show up in a reading. Now, the major arcana are associated with the big themes in life, big life lessons. The more major arcana that appear in a reading, the more significant this is for you. The world at the center of the reading, like, don't be surprised if your entire life, looks completely different in, 6 months' time, few months' time. This is powerful, powerful change, okay? We will get to that. I'm going to start with the oracles, Aquarius. I've got from the Sacred Creator deck, fill your cup with sacred giggles and create alchemy. Now, you might think, it's a silly message, but what this is really saying is that if you move into a higher vibration here, and like laughter is one of the ways that we get here, it feels like you can completely change your reality. Alchemy, it's the energy of the magician. The magician knows that by changing our vibration within, raising the frequency out of, say, guilt, shame, hurt, sorrow, into bliss, love, joy, happiness, we basically change the energy we put out to the world. Therefore, we change the energy that is coming in. Therefore, our life changes because we live in an energetic universe that is constantly matching. So, if you are experiencing any of those heavier emotions, maybe you need some sacred giggles just to help you move through it. Now, Moonology. A new romantic cycle begins. Now, when this came out, I was like, well, I'm not going to limit this to love, because a new romantic cycle could be falling in love with a new place, falling in love with a new job, new hobby, new passion, new interest. But we do have the Two of Cups down here. So for some of you, and I'm not going to read this strictly as love, but for some of you, there is a new love happening here, okay? That maybe you are closing out a cycle to move towards this person. Now, some of you are most definitely falling in love with something else, okay? A new direction. And the cards are really saying that maybe it's time to be all in. And it's so interesting that we have the scales here, and then we have the scales in the Justice energy, which is your lead tarot energy. This is Libra. We also have Taurus with the Hierophant. Aquarius, we've got your minor arcana. We've got Scorpio, I've got Sagittarius, I've got Aries, I got Cancer here. Lots of signs. You may be dealing with one of those signs. You may not. That's okay. So it feels like you have the ability here to change the balance in your life, right? To maybe karmically rebalance. Maybe you've been through a big challenge. It feels like this is your time in the future to step into a new cycle. Now, both Justice and the Hierophant here, like the Hierophant stands for big institutionalized or big kind of settings in our lives, big structures, big towers. It can be a job, career, place of study. It can be committed relationship or marriage. So I feel like there is justice over one of those areas for you that you are going to go through a significant and profound change in. Now, we've also got an eclipse coming up. I do believe it's an eclipse in Taurus. I don't have the exact date on me right now, but the eclipse season, which we're moving into, which is around the time of this reading, this eclipse, is a powerful time for transformation and change. So I feel like that is, this is playing out in divine timing. One of those settings that I talked about that is a traditional kind of like solid in your life is going to be changed, rebalanced. You're going through the final justice. Now, for some of you, this is going to be divorce, separation. For some of you, this is going to be ending a legal agreement. For others of you, you may need to seek legal advice or counsel to go through this. I feel with justice, you're getting ready, Aquarius, to sever ties, to change direction, and you are really wanting specifically to move in the direction of your truth now. No more playing the game. The next cycle is going to be all about heart. It's going to be all about you. And in the astrological times that we are in, moving into the age of Aquarius, and you are Aquarius, right? It's all about being authentically you, discovering your truth and your gifts and living unapologetically in alignment with that. So if you felt like you needed to shelve a part of yourself to be in this situation, you are profoundly having an awakening to the fact that this is time for me to be all of me and move in a direction and start aligning my life with that. So Aquarius, recent past, we have your energy, we have the death energy, we've got the Ace of Pentacles. So I think that you know the cycle is ending. I feel that it's possibly you that has initiated the whole, like the first domino falling, okay? Because as an Aquarian, you have this ability to step back and see the big picture here and be that puppet master who's pulling the strings, right? You are no stranger to transformation. That's why the King of Swords here is depicted as having the butterfly on the throne, right? It's like you're not afraid to be the bigger person and to initiate change and to strategically move forward and to almost like take a bit of an unemotional approach. Like you can kind of step into that rational energy where it's like decisions need to be made. Yep, I'm gonna move in this direction, tick that off, sign that off, done that, yes. Let's move along. So I feel like you've seen the big picture. You know what you need to take your sword to. You know what your truth is. You've got this like Aquarian, like quirky energy that wants to be unleashed, and you are embracing death, right? Embracing the death energy is clearing the slate. It's like, at one stage this garden was flourishing, but now you are basically digging up all of the plants that were like just dying away, and you're digging it out at the roots. There's no repeating this cycle. So death says that something that's had its season, had its full growth, is going back to the earth, and you're digging out all of the remnants of that so it doesn't sprout again. So this is a very, very final ending. If this is the end of a relationship, it's divorce, it's final separation, it's potentially we're not actually going to even have any contact unless, obviously there's children involved. That's completely different. If it's work or career for you, you are completely severing ties with your previous career and doing what you love. And you're like, no, I'm so committed. I'm just going for it. Death is also known as the card of transformation. And it asks you to surrender to the process, because the more we push back on it, the more we hold on, the more we delay it and the more we stay in that pain. Instead, embrace the new. Ace of Pentacles. Look, you can see that kind of golden coin energy rising on the horizon, meaning there's a new dawn, a new day just around the corner. And then you've got the Ace of Pentacles here. So some of you might have had a new offer or opportunity that it was the first domino falling, okay, and you making the decision on that has been like, okay, well, this has given me the catalyst that I needed to get out of that situation. Because let's face it, as adults, we often do wait for something better to come along. That's no judgment. It's just because it can be tricky for us to get out of our situations. We're contracted in, we maybe own homes together, we've got children together, all that kind of thing. We can't just go, you know what, I just feel like leaving today. It's a lot to uproot. Therefore, sometimes we wait, or we start manifesting and seeking within that situation. Something does come along. Ace of Pentacles, it may be here, it may not have come in yet, but it feels like just the perfect fit that has been divinely gifted to you at the right time. And the universe is saying, Aquarius, are you going to go through the world completion and enter this new cycle? Are you going to enter this Garden of Eden? Or are you going to stay where you are? Wow, look at that link to the world card, that visual link. I think you're going to take the energy of the world. So the energy of the world is the last major arcana, and it's the most important one because it says that you are changing cycles, closing out the old, stepping into the new in perfect divine timing, and that is your victory, okay? You're not overstaying, you're not like trying to like rebuild a tower here. It's like surrendering and stepping vulnerably into the new cycle. And like I mentioned before, it's a whole big cyclic change. You could have been in this past situation for, I don't know, 5, 10, 20 years. It's significant. It's not a flash in the pan. So I think if you're honest with yourself, the Seven of Pentacles, it's meaning two things in this reading. It means this new situation can grow. But this is also like the alternative meaning of this, because I'm going to give both, it's a general reading, is that you have been dissatisfied with that previous situation for some time. And it's almost like you've been buying your time. I think you have been manifesting this, and finally it's here, and finally you can move forward. So Seven of Pentacles, you were in a situation that wasn't giving back to you anymore. You were very aware that you grew Seven Pentacles here, not bad, but you couldn't get to 8, 9, 10. You couldn't get to higher levels of abundance, higher levels of happiness. So that's why the Justice energies come in. And it feels that like you are going to recover and come through this pretty quickly. Why? Because it's all meant to be. Isn't it interesting also how Death is number 13 and Temperance is number 14? Another perfect bookend here, another sliding door. Now, Temperance, Sagittarian energy, is the card of healing, restabilizing. It also says that in this next chapter, what you're going to have that's different from the previous one is you're going to be, feeling more in balance mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. They are the 4 cornerstones of true, happiness and well-being. Whereas before, Seven of Pentacles, one or more of those was missing. So that's the Temperance energy. You're going to get the right ingredients in the future. A new path is opening up for you. You're being guided to basically go through the world completion. It's also like we see the Two of Cups here as well. It feels like new connections are alchemizing, and there are new emotional beginnings. Because down here we've got the Fool, Two of Cups, and the Chariot. So if this is in love for you, it feels like you are being asked to take a leap of faith on a connection here. Two of Cups, of course, can be new creative collaboration, new friendship, new partnership, new soul connection and love. The Fool is about trusting the path that is unfolding and taking a bit of a leap in faith, not getting too caught up on the destination, the end game, where it's all heading. If this is not in love for you and it's about relocation, it's about work, career, or something like that, the Two of Cups can be about trusting your intuition and heart and leaping all in, okay? Strongly moving forward, the Chariot, following your instincts. The Chariot talks about leaving behind a sense of comfort zone, a sense of home, and being determined to move forward to your victory. What you've manifested is finally playing out, and the universe has given you the pathway. It's opened the door, and it's saying, Aquarius, will you step forward? Now you're going to need to make a clear decision. If you are trying to keep the other door open but step through this at the same time, your Chariot will take the windy path. It may never get to the new destination. It may get lost, right? So it's kind of feels like you need to, it's a severing of ties. It's a firm decision, and the universe is saying, are you in, Aquarius, or are you out? You decide. That's what I have for you, Aquarius. Powerful, powerful reading. I do wish you all the best with it. Do keep in mind it's a general reading for the collective. May or may not be for you this time round. But do drop me a comment if you're called to share, because I still read each and every one of my comments, and I do actually try to interact with the majority of you over there as well. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. That way you'll know when I post new videos. It also alerts you, I've already said that bit. It helps support the channel, and that's why it's a good energy exchange between us, as is when you like, share and comment. Aquarius, it's been a pleasure to read your cards. I will see you back here for another one next week. Bye for now.